the Young and the Restless Spoilers. The Master Plan, Jack's alliance with Jordan. In the complex world of Genoa City, alliances are often forged and broken, driven by personal vendettas and the unyielding quest for power. Jack Abbott, a seasoned player in this high-stakes game, understood that to defeat his nemesis Victor Newman, he would need to exploit Victor's deepest fears. And he knew precisely what that fear was: Jordan. The fear factor. Victor Newman's dread of Jordan was well known. She was a formidable woman, notorious for her ruthless tactics and unrelenting nature. Having escaped prison twice, Jordan's reputation as an unstoppable force was etched in Genoa City's collective memory. Currently, she was back in prison, under strict surveillance, but Jack saw an opportunity where others saw a dead end. The calculated risk. Jack was aware of the risks involved in associating with a criminal like Jordan. His reputation and position at Chabot Cosmetics could be jeopardized. However, the promise of finally bringing Victor to his knees was a temptation too great to resist. Jack devised a daring plan to free Jordan from her confinement and strike a deal that would see her target Victor. The plan in motion. Breaking Jordan out of prison required meticulous planning and significant resources. Jack leveraged his extensive network, ensuring every detail was accounted for. He arranged for a substantial sum of money to be funneled discreetly, ensuring Jordan's freedom in exchange for her cooperation. The agreement. Once Jordan was freed, Jack laid out his proposal. He promised her complete autonomy and the financial means to disappear after she completed the mission. All he asked in return was for her to unleash her fury upon Victor, to threaten and ultimately destroy him. For Jordan, this was a dream come true. Her hatred for Victor ran deep, and the opportunity to exact revenge was something she couldn't refuse. A shared objective. Jordan's life had been filled with regret and loss, and her only remaining desire was to see Victor fall. Jack's plan aligned perfectly with her personal vendetta, making their alliance almost natural. With their pact sealed, they began to strategize Victor's downfall, each step calculated to ensure maximum impact and minimal risk of exposure. Victor's unseen enemy. Victor Newman, always vigilant and prepared for attacks from familiar foes, had no inkling of the storm brewing behind his back. The thought of Jack Abbott allying with Jordan never crossed his mind. This was precisely why Jack's plan held such promise. The element of surprise was their greatest weapon. The execution. Jordan's release from prison was a masterclass in manipulation and strategy. Jack's contacts within the legal and criminal underworld ensured her freedom without raising suspicion. Once out, Jordan moved stealthily, her presence a phantom shadowing Victor's every move. She began to orchestrate a series of calculated threats, each one striking closer to Victor's core. The confrontation. As the threats escalated, Victor found himself increasingly isolated and paranoid. The stress of the unknown enemy gnawed at his usually unshakable confidence. When Jordan finally confronted him, the shock was palpable. Victor, for the first time in years, felt true fear. Jordan's eyes burned with a vengeful fury, and she made it clear that this was just the beginning of his end. Jack's dilemma. While Jordan's plan was unfolding seamlessly, Jack grappled with his conscience. He had always been a shrewd businessman, but aligning with someone as dangerous as Jordan placed him on precarious moral ground. The cost of victory weighed heavily on him, but the prospect of finally defeating Victor was an intoxicant he couldn't easily relinquish. The fallout. As Jordan's attacks intensified, Victor's empire began to crumble. Allies turned into adversaries, and his once impenetrable fortress of influence showed cracks. Jack watched from the sidelines, torn between satisfaction and guilt. The question that loomed large was whether the end justified the means. Would bringing down Victor be worth the price of his integrity? The unfinished story. Jordan's resurgence in Genoa City was nothing short of explosive. Her vendetta against Victor revitalized the narrative, adding a new layer of intensity to the ongoing saga. For the writers, Jordan's return was a masterstroke, offering a rich vein of drama to mine. Jack's choice. In the end, Jack faced a critical decision. Should he continue down this dark path, or should he seek redemption by distancing himself from Jordan? The choice was fraught with consequences, each path leading to an uncertain future. Jack's struggle with his conscience mirrored the broader theme of the show, the eternal conflict between good and evil, ambition and morality.